Chair adding fuel to the fire. Let's bring in former Cowboy, my guy Marcus Spears, joining us now. Marcus, top of the morning to you, sir. Where are you? You're coming.
What's up?
There we go.
What's
there
up?
We go.
What's
How
up?
we doing?
I know it's about to go down because it's got the Cowboys in it. So I'm already braced for impact. So y'all go ahead and do y'all thing, Molly. I know you gonna ask Stpehen A or Max first. So let me just.
Well, then why don't you just let her do it?
Then
why don't you just let her do it? Why you got to give a sermon before she speaks? Why you got to give a sermon?
Out there.
Did you talk enough already on Get Up this morning? Ain't you talking this afternoon? You talked on Get Up this morning. You talking this afternoon on NFL Live. Why you got to give a sermon before Molly introduced the question?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why does he have to give a sermon? You say he's a pastor. What's he supposed to do?
Well, damn it, I don't want to disturb you.
Thank you, Max.
Not on a Tuesday. Not on a Tuesday morning.
Well, come to the.
Oh my goodness.
To the late service.
I always need the good word in my life.
Service. Come to the late one.
Thanks for feeding our spirit.
I know I've seen pastors with better manners. I know I've seen pastors with better manners. I know that much.
Because they want to put on a good public face.
Done?
I don't care about what the public thinks.
By the way, Molly, do you see his beard just sticking out like that? See the beard sticking out? He usually has it better trimmed, and now it's just sticking out and stuff like that. He's trying to be James Harden, but 100 pounds heavier.
The only time you hear beard
when
mentions
you got friends
are
like
from the
Stpehen
guys
A.
that beards don't connect. When you got guys and friends that beards don't connect, that's when they point out full beards.
Got to connect the sideburns.
Full beard guys, guys with full beards, we never point out guys without full beards. Yes, let's keep talking about how everyone looks. But somehow we always get pointed out.
Remember, Molly, I'm over 50. This time coming. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Can we do this? Y'all are wild. All right, Stphen A., talk to me. Should Russ want to play with the Seahawks, Pete Carroll up there, the NFC West? We know what they've done. Or should he come down to Dallas?
Believe it or not, I think he should come down to Dallas. And don't get me wrong, that's not my first choice in terms. We know how I feel from a football perspective. It's the New Orleans Saints. But if you ask it between Seattle and Dallas, I would say Dallas. But I'm not talking about football. And I'm being totally serious here, Marcus, because I said this to Max yesterday. Russell Wilson has been a model citizen. He's been an all-pro. He's been a champion. He's gone to 2 Super Bowls. He's carried this franchise on his back the last 5 years. He's fresh off of a 40-touchdown season, throwing for over 4,000 yards. We know what he brings to the table from a leadership perspective. We know what he brings to the table in terms of his game-changing ability. And what he is off the field is not to be impugned in any way. We see all of that, yet what we're hearing is he wants out. What we're hearing is he had meetings with coaches and he stormed out of the room because he felt summarily dismissed or whatever. And one of the things, Marcus, I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but I brought this up yesterday and I brought it up last week. So we got Deshaun Watson and we got Dak Prescott and we got Russell Wilson all feeling disrespected. I wonder why that is. I really do. I'm wondering why brothers who play the quarterback position and do it pretty damn well, where they all get paid over $30 million, somehow, some way have an issue with respect. I wonder why that is. And so for me, based on that and the fact that Russell Wilson being an experienced dude, and of course we know Sierra's got something to do with this because happy wife, happy life, and ain't no way in hell you could tell me that she wants to just stay in Seattle forever and ever. I don't know, but it stands to reason that if he's talking about moving on, she got something to do with that because I'd listen to her. I'd certainly listen to her. Here's the bottom line. I just have to look at it and I have to say, if Russell Wilson at this stage and point in his career is feeling devalued, lacking respect, and in that regard, that transcends the field of play. And that says something to me, something else is going on, which is why I say might as well go to Dallas, get the high profile, get the cachet, get the notoriety, even though you still got some of it anyway. But it goes to another level in Dallas and maximize that to your monetary benefit. That's the only reason I say Dallas, not because they're clearly not a better football franchise than the Seattle Seahawks.
After I'm over my shock that you said this, because yesterday I was in shock that Stephen A. Smith would have the nerve to come on national TV and say that a great quarterback in his prime should leave the excellent situation he's in terms of the results, the football results, won a Super Bowl, went to another Super Bowl, wins double digits every year, a lot of years wins a playoff game at least, and go to a dysfunctional situation in Dallas that you routinely lampoon here on First Take and all your various other shows, Stphen A. Now, that's to begin. And by the way, there have been white quarterbacks in recent years who have felt disrespected by their team. Some have left, some haven't. Tom Brady, for example, the GOAT, right? Felt disrespected in New England, let's be honest. Aaron Rodgers, for a while, I think, felt disrespected in Green Bay. Let's be honest. One of them left, one of them didn't. And I will also, that doesn't mean that there are not racial issues going on, Stphen A., with the other quarterbacks. But I would just point out that this is a phenomenon with great and powerful quarterbacks, right? They can feel like, wait a minute, I need to be included more in this. But let's talk about Russell Wilson's situation. You think he feels so disrespected in Seattle, that he should go to Dallas, where there is another African-American quarterback who feels disrespected right now? You think he should go there? What do you think is going to happen with Russell Wilson's team-friendly deal after another, 18 months, not even? It's going to be time to re-up, right? It's going to be time to work out an extension. How do you think that's going to go in Dallas after the way it just went with Dak? Russell got paid in Seattle. Dak hasn't been paid in Dallas. You think that's just going to be smooth? And then there's the football of it all. If you're worried about your offensive line protecting you, do they do that in Dallas? Because that O-line is not going to be the same for a minute. That all-world O-line is gone. How about the defense? Because the Seattle defense was no good. Well, what about Dallas's? Dallas, for the branding of being a Dallas Cowboy, fine. But I don't think it's about just that for Russell Wilson. I think Russell is so competitive, he wants to be put in a position to win. Dallas does not make sense to me versus Seattle. For that, you stay in Seattle.
Well, to your point, Max, Dallas don't make sense for anybody right now. But Russell Wilson should want to be a Cowboy. And the reason why is because of what Stphen A. pointed out, like that situation. And it's also this, though, like get to the football part. A part of it is Russell Wilson wants to play in a system where he feels like he can put up those MVP level numbers all year long. And we've seen Dallas now, rightfully so, with Kellen Moore, have the ability for that offense to be explosive. That means you win games? I don't know. Russell Wilson right now is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, but Dak is trending towards being in that conversation if he can continue to get better and be a part of a winning football team. Russ comes with a Super Bowl. He comes with another Super Bowl appearance. He comes with a contract that's favorable for the Cowboys. He also comes with the big name already, to Stephen A's point, that would catapult, again, that Dallas Cowboys quarterback thought process of everybody else thinking about that particular guy. It is the premier position in the NFL. Yes, guys are better. Yes, Patrick Mahomes is the face. Yes, Tom Brady has had a lot of success and the best to ever do it at that position. But if you have success as a Dallas Cowboy quarterback, you are that guy in the NFL. And Russ may be looking for that as well. But the ability to play downfield, the ability to put up crazy numbers, the ability to win the MVP, and maybe a little bit in the back of his mind, a little bit of competition to say, I'm the guy that can get the Dallas Cowboys to a Super Bowl. I think all of that is a part of his thought process. So I do think the Cowboys are intriguing. I'm with Stephen A. though. The Saints are the better destination between all of the teams that are in this conversation, but Russ leaving Seattle and going to Dallas, in his mind, I believe he would think that that's a better situation from an offensive standpoint philosophically, but also the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, which is what's been a part of the intrigue for Dak Prescott and why I believe he's tried to hold on to this as long as possible without coming out as mad and super disgruntled, because it is the prestige of playing that position for that franchise and organization. But Russ to list the Cowboys, he know damn well the Cowboys ain't in no Super Bowl window. He know that if you play for the Dallas Cowboys, you play well and you play quarterback, you could potentially be in a booth and TV making $17 million a year to call a game for 3.5 hours on Sunday.
That's it. And here's the thing, Max. You know, I mean, listen, I'm known for trolling Cowboy fans. We know how I feel about Cowboy fans, not necessarily the organization. But on this particular matter, I'm not playing. I'm not joking at all. I'm dead serious about it, only from the standpoint that I'm talking about Russell Wilson off the field. I know the Seattle Seahawks is a better situation. I know the New Orleans Saints is a better situation. Even though throwing the ball on Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup, or handing it off to Ezekiel Elliott is nothing to sneeze at. But this is something a bit different. And if you're Russell Wilson and you got to deal with some nonsense, you might as well deal with it being the face of a franchise that's worth $5.7 billion, that's on national TV all the time, and that your association with the brand can reap goobs and gobs of monetary benefits for you. You're thinking long term. And if Russell Wilson, who's highly intelligent, has reached the point where he says, you know what, I don't know if I want to be here anymore, that's some serious, serious business, because there's nothing in his history that points to him even remotely coming close to doing something like this, which tells me somebody under Pete Carroll's staff or Pete Carroll himself has greatly, greatly offended this man. And that's what I'm paying attention to.